This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
There is a podcast no one asked for. A podcast you never knew you didn't want. 3 beers in. This is the podcast.
I anticipate a deeply religious experience.
Greetings, listener. Welcome to another episode of 3 Beers In.
Yay!
Today on the podcast, we will be drinking Can You Dig It Amber Ale.
Can you dig it?
From Tap Brewing Co-Op.
Nice.
This is Clint, and today on the podcast, I got Ross.
Hey.
Cutter.
Yo.
I really wanted to come up like something insulting quickly, and
The
I just
man,
couldn't.
The legend, the beard.
No, no longer beard.
You could have said we're drinking
He's not his long beard.
He's half the man he used to be.
Oh, God.
You could say we're drinking an amber, the color of his beard.
And you hear that voice right there? That's Joel, guys. He actually spoke.
There you go.
But yes, Joel is here as well.
Okay.
All right, let's crack these bad boys open and tell the listeners what we think.
There's one thing I missed about Bristol.
That is very...
Ooh, this is dark,
Very red.
isn't it?
It's almost a brown.
It's got a spiciness on the nose.
It's got a...
I don't like the smell.
Yeah, I'm not digging the smell.
Can you dig it?
Nice.
I mean, I could, but I'm not, you know?
Can you
Yeah,
dig it, sucker?
it's got a beery smell to it.
I don't think that's beery. The flavor's good. You take a drink and it's good.
It's okay.
It's not bad, yeah.
It's amber. It's an amber ale.
Yeah.
Can you judge a brewery by its amber?
If you're Tony Brown, you can.
Well, he should be judging them on their brown.
Skip to the end of the episode.
Yeah, there you go.
Reference.
That's
It's malty. It's got a pretty good finish.
Mm-hmm.
Amber ales always leave that, like, it's reminiscent of the sunshine.
Lollipops.
No. God damn it.
Sunshine lollipops.
From
Every amber,
Nomadic Brewery, the Sunshine Kolsch that we had. It's reminiscent of that, which again feeds back into what we were saying about that beer with it not.
we
being
definitely didn't have it right before this episode.
That's what I'm trying to pretend like, Cutter.
Well, I can
fuck.
release it right before.
was it before or after this
Anyway.
episode?
Well, no, I'm saying like not like right before. But anyway, it's a
Well, it's a
different
short
episode, so
episode,
I'm
so.
trying to like in case it doesn't come out right after. God, fuck you, Cutter. Sick and tired of you.
I don't think I've ever had an amber this strong.
Yeah?
Usually the ones I've had are usually a little watered down.
Well,
So this is unique.
I like how the can will tell you it's got a little graph there for body, hoppiness, and balance there.
I've always kind of liked that.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's more than halfway between light and full bodied.
Yeah.
Bit on the easy for the hoppy side, and then bit towards the sweetness for the balance.
I think I agree with all three of those, where they have them at the levels.
Yeah, it's accurate.
It would have been a fun game to play. Like, how full-bodied is this?
It's kind of weird to say because the flavor is pretty strong. This would be a good steak beer.
You pair this with a lot of things. Yeah,
Yeah, this is a good food beer just in general.
strong cheese,
yeah, I would say
stinky
cheese.
cheese. Probably not stinky cheese.
smoked Gouda.
Smoked Gouda.
So Gouda.
I still don't dig the smell. The aromas coming out off the
Yeah.
top
Yeah,
of the
me
glass.
neither. I'm not a fan of the.
Yeah, don't smell this beer before you drink it.
It's spicy. It's got a spicy
I
note
don't know.
to it.
It's kind of
the smell or the taste?
You think
I'm
it's
not-
got
I
a
don't
little
enjoy
rye
this.
in there?
It's got to have some rye, I would think.
it smells like old beer to me.
Old beer?
Yeah.
It smells better now, but before it tasted like someone didn't brush their teeth for a day or two.
Oh god!
That was the
And
first
then
smell.
made the beer, or how does that get in? Or they put the teeth in the.
They swish it around in their mouth before they put it into the cans.
That's how they treat the water, right?
Yeah.
They filter it with their teeth in between.
Oh god. That's how they get the yeast out of it.
Oh.
That'd be a terrible job.
But it smells like,
So
you know,
much plaque.
to me, it smells like when you're standing in a brewery that, I don't know, like the stale,
Throughout old beer?
the stale
Or-
beer smell that
Okay.
like sometimes is there.
I want a
Yeah, I
candle
can
of
see
this.
that.
That's kind of what
do
it
not
smells
like
like to me,
candle
but
that.
it really does taste a lot better than it smells.
I'd agree with you.
Anyway, so amber ales.
We've done amber lagers before. We've never done an amber ale.
No, yeah, we haven't.
We haven't done an amber ale before.
No, we've had ambers, but we've never done an episode about an amber.
Didn't we just have it in
Because
I've never
we,
had an amber.
No, we had Circle's amber on the Macrones episode.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a long time ago.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
good way to
yeah.
compare
Yeah,
this.
First episode of the.
Yeah,
Shout out
first.
to Sarah from
Which-
Maison de Macron.
Yeah, no longer Maison de Macrons.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well, yeah,
No,
but no
no
longer.
longer.
She
change.
shut it down. No, she shut it down.
Oh, we're not just not
Oh.
doing it anymore.
Yeah, they're because her husband's about to retire, I guess, from the military, and so they don't know where they're going or what they're doing. So, yep, shutting it down.
Huh. Unfortunate.
So if you want Macrons, you can go to HEB and get them because they have them there.
Son
They
of a
won't be as
bitch.
special though. They won't have hops in them.
I was literally thinking
God, they're
about
so
trying
good.
to like. It's like because Lee and I are trying.
I'm
to
sure
plan
if
a
you
party
want, if you wanted,
in the near future,
if you could,
Trying
if you
what now?
wanted, she
trying what?
could do
twist her arm
something.
a little bit.
Yeah, she could probably do something special for you, Cutter. Not in a sexual way.
Because once she's married, I met her husband.
Yeah.
That'd be real weird.
And you're getting married.
Getting married.
You could take him. I don't know.
I like how that was his
Actually, I don't
second. Oh,
Yeah.
No,
First,
no, I could not.
first and foremost, well, she's married.
Secondly, I'm getting
married.
married.
No, first
Wait, is that,
It would be for my wedding.
that's what matters? I don't know. Anyway, so
We didn't get that far yet, but no, I'm getting married. I would be getting married also.
yeah, we'll see.
yeah, there's still a lot of time to go.
People still ask me, it's like,
I
I
when
thought
you
that
get
was
married?
happening
I'd
a
say- my
year
answer is
ago. Or,
eventually. No, I got engaged a year ago.
I'm pretty sure we had a bachelor party.
get it over with and have a party.
That's
Anyway.
That's what the plan was.
That was your plan. But,
That was my plan.
Apparently, you didn't discuss that with anybody else.
I did discuss it, and apparently
You're
got
wrong.
I got overridden.
Oh, buddy.
Let's just have a barbecue.
That's
That's how you want to celebrate our love.
Barbecue
Anyway.
and Macron.
Barbecue
And McGriddles
and Ooh.
I'll have to settle for those.
with a ring in it. That's how I always picture
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
What the hell
What
is this? So, histories of American amber ales. It's difficult to make a case for any of the beer styles labeled American as being something new or wholly unique, because pretty much anything comes from Europe, England, Germany, Belgium, whatever. There's no real new American styles, but in most cases, like
Not yet.
What about
Not with that
East Coast
attitude.
IPA?
Yeah,
Well-
West Coast, East Coast.
well, yeah,
New
but
England.
IPAs?
where's the origin of an IPA come from?
America.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't East Coast have its own style? Like
America.
It is, yeah. No, but I'm
No, no,
saying like
but-
wholly, like
It's a derivative
Right.
of
Yeah.
the, an
Yeah.
IPA. So
Tell me where Orf fits in.
yes,
it's all
yes.
derivative.
I mean, it kind of is,
It's
right?
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
taking
he's
other
got
things.
base styles.
He's doing
and then
weird
he mixes
things.
them up. There's no, but it's not wholly unique. He doesn't have his own thing.
Well,
Look,
okay, but
look,
in that
I'm not-
regard, like, okay, what places do have like an original style of beer?
I mean, usually they're named after the original.
because like
style.
if you want to take like
Kolsch
a
from
Mexican
Cologne.
lager, right? Well, that's
Germany.
just no. If you want to take like Mexican lager,
Yeah.
right? That's a derivative of a Vienna style lager.
Yeah.
So you're not an original style at that point. So
yeah.
if you want to trace it back to like what was the origin of the style, then
Yeah, which
it's
is-
all
yeah.
going to be
It was
Germany, Belgium.
bad wet bread.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no
Exactly.
there's no original beers, man. It's all beer.
Ninkasi, yeah, was the goddess of brewing. I think to the Babylonians.
Let me phrase it this way: what would we have to do to make an American
Jeez,
style beer?
I don't know.
like a true American, like use different things than malts, hops.
I don't know if it would be beer.
Blue Owl's already done it then.
I don't know.
Right?
Well, but they have their base styles.
We do like some like,
that Brute, though.
They did the Brute.
Yeah.
That's not technically all the ingredients of a beer.
Yeah.
So
can we do some like A1 steak sauce? Like make it like a honey,
ferment it.
Make it like a honey.
I don't know.
Instead of honey.
We're getting way else here. I don't.
We'll talk about this later, Ross.
This is.
By
We
the
should
way-
be smoking weed for this discussion. I don't know.
American styles, patent pending.
American. We'll come up with a name later, but patent pending.
There you go. All right. So in most cases, the thing that Americanizes a beer is the ingredients. The American amber is no different. Its ancestor is the English pale ale or the strong bitter.
Wait, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it does.
How is this derived from a pale ale?
Well, the thing
Hoppy.
is,
It's hoppy.
the other thing is
This isn't hoppy.
until 2015.
I guess just whatever hops they use. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the bitter though.
Until 2015, an American amber was in the same category as an American pale ale. It just uses roasted malts and stuff to
okay.
It's the
achieve
same
that color.
color. It's the same like pale.
It's a
hop
pale
malts,
ale, just tweaked
but
a little
roasted.
bit.
Your British.
It's a roasted pale ale.
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
Your British.
Which an ESB is.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Your bitters
Your
are
bitters.
typically just lower alcohol.
brown. It's almost a brown.
Yeah, almost
so
a brown.
which now an American amber is in the same category as an American brown.
Yeah,
So
that makes more sense.
yeah, which an amber basically, if you're making an amber, you do a brown and then you back it off a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically,
can we all
If
agree-
you go too far, then you've made a brown, and then you just call it a brown. It's like there you go, which is basically how the
That's
Tony
what I do
Brown
every
ale.
morning. Every morning. I went too far.
Yeah, never trust it. Just
Is it because of its like coffee blend? Like, too much coffee?
spooking the Duke.
Spooking the Duke.
Can we all agree that?
No,
Well, I mean, well,
You're out.
I would- I do-
I'll bet I'll get one
I
person
apologize.
agree at this table. Not everybody, but I'll at least get one person. Brown ales have to be the worst beer
no.
out of all beers.
I'll disagree.
No,
Disagree.
Our
even
brown
one
ale was
person?
pretty good.
I liked ours once
your
once
Tony
it
Brown ale
aged
was
a
pretty
bit.
solid.
Yeah,
The Tony Brown ale
Wait, you
was
guys made a
good.
brown ale?
Yeah.
It was actually
It
an
was good.
amber,
Oh.
but we took it a bit too far, so it was a brown. Yeah,
The
and became the Tony Brown.
I think I like. I
Tony
think I
was an
actually,
amber, and then he
I prefer a brown ale to an amber ale.
Yeah, more roast.
Yeah.
That's typically
Would
the
you
difference.
say that you can judge a brewery out of its brown ale?
No, I wouldn't say that.
I would
But,
say if a brewery made a good brown ale, they
Right.
know what the fuck they're doing because a lot of them do not make very
Ambers-
good brown ales.
Ambers typically have that lingering sweet feeling in the mouth, and kind of like with the, again, going back to it because we didn't just do an episode on it.
Like a stripper?
Nomadic.
Like a stripper
the nomadic.
taste?
No,
A stripper taste?
I don't know
No.
what that means.
You said lingering taste in the mouth.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
that
don't know
means.
what that. Yeah. That's, anyway,
Look, you
I wanna
don't
cleanse
tell the
that palate as
truth
quickly.
to a stripper, Joel.
I've told him that I don't know how many times.
anyway, guys.
She's got X back at her apartment, guys. Anyway,
Ross wasn't even there that
that's
night.
not a story we need to go into.
Anyway,
wait.
um,
It leaves it lingering. on
yeah,
the,
like it's just kind of
Just
like
lingering sweetness.
there's never like a clean finish to it.
Yeah,
But a
no.
brown ale can have a cleaner finish to it. I feel.
I
like.
could see that because it's
feel like
got the
ours did.
roastiness. You could,
Yeah.
I feel like with browns you can add variations on a little bit easier too, because the sweetness isn't as strong.
yeah, I can understand that.
It's still malty. It's got a lot more backbone.
Yes,
Is that
I could
the,
say that. Yeah, which I was thinking when we first tried our brown, I was like, man, I really wish it had backbone to it.
because you can
It's the exact
add,
phrase that I said, but then
you can add.
I liked our brown ale.
after a while,
you
yeah,
could add
yeah.
No,
coffee.
I always liked it.
You could add coffee to a brown. It would still be strong. So
Yeah.
I don't think you could add coffee to an amber.
No,
No,
because then it would be a brown, pretty
Yeah.
much. So, but we
Coffee begets brown.
yeah, it pretty much, yeah, the roasty notes make it a brown. So, but what did everybody think their first taste? I don't think we did.
No, first taste. It's a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, the nose is off-putting.
Yeah.
I do kind of wish Tony was here for this.
Yeah.
Because I would like to be able to tell him to his face that I think this is better than Abita's Amber.
No, I don't know about that. There's no
I
Honey
agree.
Nut Cheerios in this.
I agree.
It's different.
Abita's is a little watered down sometimes.
I would say
sometimes
Abita.
I've had it.
So you're giving this a 1, Joe?
Yeah, I'd give this one.
Yeah, this is good.
I like this a lot. Abita's, a couple times I've had it, it was just really watered down for whatever reason.
I agree. It's like it has.
Wait, whoa.
A bottle. I
Weren't
don't know
you
if
just
that makes a
about to
big
argue
difference.
with me about this being better than Abita?
Whoa.
Hold on, time out. I can agree with both.
Wait.
This
Watered
is,
down does not typically lend to Abita being better than.
I don't
Can
think
you
Cutter
dig it?
stayed better.
depends. Yeah, I did say better.
If you call something watered down, you typically mean it's worse.
I would say that Abita is
What?
better.
Sometimes.
It's
I don't
more,
know.
It's more
Just-
balanced. I would say
There you go.
Abita is more balanced, which would make it better. But
Watered down has a negative connotation,
Agreed.
but when you're saying you could say lighter instead, that's
it's
sort
like
of the same
it's
thing, but-
got
definitely lighter.
it's got a little more sweetness, but it's got a little less body also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this one. This one I'd say is more on the dry side. It's definitely on the drier side. It's heavier on the more bready notes.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
not the sweet malts.
Yeah.
The malt is there for sure, but it's almost got that like dry. What's the word I'm looking for? It's
effervescent
It's not caramel, but it's
toffee.
It's a
toffee.
Little,
Toffee would be a very good word. Almost like coffee caramel.
Okay,
which,
yeah,
which is
okay.
definitely the toffee
Yeah.
range. Yeah, I would say toffee's a good
They
word.
do give it a high rating on the body, so it does have a lot more body than Abita.
It's like in the Abita has it's like drinking honey.
It's more, yeah. It's
Oh my
sweeter
gosh,
than
this
the.
guy and his fucking Honey Nut
sweeter
Cheerios.
than caramel.
that's what it
think it's
tastes like to me.
sweet?
I
Really?
think that that Kolsch that we didn't drink earlier.
You definitely did.
I like how
Yeah,
you're,
okay.
you're
At this
totally
don't-
point,
we don't need to avoid it.
We
It's-
definitely okay.
it's
We
just-
yes, the Kolsch. Yes,
The-
Bringing up trouble.
It had that Honey Nut Cheerio malty sweetness that is very reminiscent of the Abita Amber.
Yeah.
I like this better than both of those personally.
Dang.
Oh, you do like it better than-
Personally,
Okay.
I thought. Okay,
Play the tape.
yeah. Please go back and play the
Yeah.
tape because I'm pretty sure Cutter wanted to argue with me when I first said that.
it's because I wanted to argue with Clint.
Yeah,
No,
that
but
makes
what
sense as well.
I like it for different reasons. I like this better because of that bready note,
Yeah.
the drier note.
Okay.
You want to know what I think? You're just full of shit, Cutter.
We knew that.
Yeah.
We all know this.
Okay.
Anyway, so as we were saying,
Were we saying something?
I was.
Oh, sorry, Ross.
Its ancestor is the English Pale Ale or the Strong Bitter.
Oh, yes.
There's no way to know whether it was a lack of English ingredients or an overriding need to do things differently that drove early American craft brewers to start using American grains and hop varieties. It easily could have been a combination. I think so. You can pop it whenever, man. You don't have to wait. But whatever the case is, the early interpretations were the first in a style with a very wide-ranging, rather blurred and undefined set of characteristics, as ambers are. You can have wildly different ambers. Like if you have this versus the Texas Beer Company amber, which they won a gold at GABF for, super hoppy. But this is not.
No, this is not.
No, never mind.
There's,
And
I mean, there's hops in there. You can,
Yeah.
On the end, you can
there's
feel it.
got to be
but-
hot. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like,
Yeah,
when I
you-
say there's
you
hops
get-
in there,
you get
like,
a bitterness
you
to
can,
it,
You
yeah.
can get the bitterness of the hops on the taste. So
But whatever the cause for them using American ingredients, but another reason for the beer's ambiguous quality is the times in which it got its start. In the early days of American brewery, it may have been easier for the brewer to classify their beer into color categories like dark or brown, amber, and pale. Classifying beers this way would have also been easily understood, helping to market an uneducated but willing public. So yeah, you tell them like this, the color, like, oh, this is going to be pale. This is an amber. This is a stout. This is dark lager. And it's like, yeah, okay.
that's how Cutter likes
You
them.
vaguely,
Uneducated and willing.
Rebel Wilson, give us a call. Anyway, so
I love you.
So the style characteristics guidelines set forth by the BJCP, which is the Beer Judge Certification Program, which all contest or beer, whatever judging is based on.
Random question.
Yep.
Would you
obviously
clarify an amber between a red and a brown?
Well, if you clarify the amber, it's probably going to be more of a pale ale.
I would
That's
have.
what I'm understanding from Ross's lesson over here.
Right, but where
It'd be
reds,
different styles,
Where do
yes.
reds fall into this, though?
Reds fall into European malty beers, I believe.
Yeah.
Which
I'm not sure because it's an Irish beer, so it's a little bit different. It would be
Well, are reds because the malt is roasted like with ambers, or is the malt they use just intrinsically red?
no, the malt is not intrinsically red.
Oh no.
no,
It's pretty much the same, I guess. I don't know. But with
most of the
Europe,
ambers
with like British ingredients, sort of, I guess.
All right, that makes
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. The malt they
There's-
use
there's-
could have high iron. That's all I'm saying.
No, it doesn't. No,
Then that's how we go American.
we have high iron malts.
Malts, yes.
Everything looks like blood.
American Steel. American Steel.
American steel malts.
Boom.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have Steel Oats.
But
You can
would
do
we
Steel
have to-
malts.
It's like
to
the more
Pittsburgh,
you were talking about the style and everything, it sounds more like a red to me
See,
than a brown.
It's funny that you brought that up because the first sip I had, I immediately went to taste like a red.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like the more you start talking about it, it's like it almost tastes like a red to me. It's
Yeah.
like, but
It definitely tastes more like a red. But I would,
it looks like a red.
let's just jump to conclusions. Let's jump to conclusions, Matt.
That is the worst idea I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, it's horrible, this idea.
Anyway, what else, Ross?
So red ales, unlike amber ales, use specialty roasted malts, create a unique complexity within the finished beer. It gives it a sweeter butterscotch or caramelized flavor. The use of American hop varieties gives the brew very bold characteristics and tend to leave it a dry finish. So it still sounds like an amber, pretty much. But anyway, so the characteristics here of this amber, what were you going to say?
Sounds like the color of your new Jeep.
Yeah. Thank you. All right.
If
Color.
there's not 311 on this, I would be very disappointed.
Oh God! Now I have to download 311. Maybe Beautiful Disaster
Now you
or some other 311 song throughout the whole thing.
nice. I like it.
I wish I could remember when we did a podcast
You
one
mean-
time,
you mean-
and I went home and listened or watched 311 YouTube videos for like hours.
Yes, I know, and you told us,
Yeah, you-
and then we were like very surprised. You listened to 311 for three? There are 3 hours of 311 videos. Anyway,
The
whatever.
live there's one was a live
You mean-
album. And then,
You mean you get to go download 311
yeah,
is what you really mean.
Yes, because it's not already on my computer.
Yes.
Anyway, so color range
Oh, I wanna
of what? Okay, what are you gonna bring up?
so
Make it count.
I'm just gonna say I was at the store today, and they started.
Oh no.
Someone was playing like the DJ scratches, and immediately was like, I kind of laughed to myself. I was like, "Oh, it's totally 311." Then it was some other newer stuff.
It's not
It was just
down?
horrible.
Maybe
yeah,
they-
I wasn't down. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be
man,
down," and then it's
yeah.
some other stuff that is.
Did they?
I don't know. I
Oh,
can't remember.
wait. Maybe they sampled 311 without permission. Scandal.
It sounded very similar.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
And then
Who was the band?
It sounded like a generic like girl singing in the background, like EDM kind of music. That's what it came off
There
as.
you go.
Yeah,
I need the artist name so I can accuse them of sampling 311 without
yeah.
permission.
It sounded so much like them.
Like we'll be doing. Anyway, so color range for an amber,
You almost got him spit take.
Yeah.
Almost.
10 to 7 SRM, which won't mean a lot to other people. Original gravity.
Gotta wait till they're 18.
So I'm not going to do original gravity. Anyway, IBU range, because that's not going to, because I have ABV here later down in the list, and that's going
Gotcha,
to mean more
okay.
to people. But IBU range 25 to 40. 25 seems a little high to me, but
For this one, for sure.
yeah.
Oh, okay. For
This
amber
one,
ales.
I'm not sure what
It's
this
malt
one is.
heavy,
We'll,
though.
we'll
It's
see.
malt heavy, which
yeah.
will-
which I when I think of an amber, I think of malt heavy.
So is 40 low? High? You
No,
gotta read it
I
reverse?
think 25 to low range is kind of high.
So 40 is low then, because it's 25 to 40. You said
25 to 40.
so it's all high.
Yeah. for an amber.
Okay.
I think 40
wait.
is excessive, but
Whoa, hey.
our
Cougars,
IPA
man.
is
Cougars
60.
need love too, buddy.
That is true. Anyway, ABV range 4.5 to 6.2%. So, and this one I think is 5 something. I can't remember. I don't think it says. Does it say it on the can, or does it just say ale?
Does somewhere.
12
Amber
ounces.
ale.
They have a lot of information, but they don't have the ABV that I see. Anyway, we'll get to it. So appearance of an amber ranges from light tan to amber to a near black color. It's like, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Tony Brown.
Foam will be light khaki colored, which I thought this was more of an off-white, but we can see with the next pour.
More of an eggshell.
That's not a color. That's
That's a finish.
What a bet, motherfucker.
finish. There
That's
you
a
go.
finish.
Yeah. So aroma is rich and what do you want to say?
Wait, this beer's finished?
Okay. The aroma, rich and sweet malts with possible notes of caramel, chocolate, or nuttiness. Low to moderate citrus hops. Low to moderate fruity esters. Little to no diacetyl, which I don't know.
What
It's
is
Titus.
Yeah.
That word.
It's an off flavor. It's
Butter.
butter.
Because you can get it from malolactic fermentation in Chardonnay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say mustard.
Which is
Also
a
in
good
beer.
part.
Damn it.
It is not.
It's an off flavor in beer. It's a proper flavor in.
Yeah, butter. Actually, some styles, little to moderate diacetyl is acceptable. A cream ale, you can have some because it's got the corn, like the corniness to it. I don't know. Creaminess.
That's what.
Which cream ales aren't creamy, but which Joel might remember from the episode, or he might not. I don't know. When we did a
I
cream
believe
ale.
we talked about that at one
We
point.
We did.
You're saying there's no cream in a cream ale.
Right.
There's no sex in the champagne room.
Which was hard for the other people on the episode to understand.
Is there vanilla?
Chance
in
of
it?
Tony.
No matter how many times I said it, no, there's no vanilla.
That was funny. You said it so many times.
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
And
I like to point out that I
and
was
Joel
the
didn't
culprit.
get it,
I was.
but-
I totally got it. I just shut up about it. It was Chance and Tony were like, I don't get the cream. There's not goddamn cream in
no
it.
cream. It's not like a cream soda.
You know,
Anyway,
there's no cream in this amber. I can
no,
tell you
yes, like an
Well, that's what I was
amber.
about to ask. You said there's supposed to be cream, right?
No cream at all.
Oh,
What?
okay. There's not supposed
I
to.
never. No.
Okay.
So
Oh, I think that was my Mustang Sally joke that nobody heard.
yeah. So body will be medium to medium full. Moderately high carbonation. Alcohol warmth may be present. That's not an amber that I go to if it's got the alcohol warmth.
Agreed.
So,
Like
but-
if you can taste the alcohol on it, basically, is
yeah,
what they're saying.
yeah.
I feel like
If you get that
wins-
warming, like I had
like a straight shot of vodka.
yeah, sort of like that.
That
Like-
warms me like a straight shot of vodka. That's what I'm looking for in a beer.
I had a beer, I think, a Delbert's Triple. It had that warming alcoholness, which is the style for a triple because triples generally like
higher.
10% or so. Yeah.
Whoa.
But it overwhelmed like the other flavors.
Those are delicious during the winter.
Yeah.
During the summer,
Bitter
a
Sisters.
little too warm.
You know,
Bitter Sisters Family Road Trip. That's a pretty good triple.
you know what's not a good beer for like doing outside work in the summer?
Guinness.
A barrel aged wee heavy.
Well, you're just not doing it right. I don't know.
I was excited to let my neighbor try our
Yeah.
beer, and
then he passed out.
and it was just kind of like,
I mentioned
yeah, this
that
isn't
our
good for outside.
that you guys' flagship beer is the barrel aged wee heavy. That's all I like to the guys out in South Carolina.
flagship.
I think it's the one that we do really well. I mean, we're really trying on
mentioned-
our wheat.
I mentioned it to the guys out in South
Dialed
Carolina.
in.
They're like, you don't see very many wee heavies.
No,
It's like you
I
really don't.
Yeah,
And we do.
it's
ours
a
pretty
style
well.
that I really like, and I really like doing it. Hey, Cutter,
What's going on, Ross?
have you heard of the 5-8?
I like the year.
Not exactly. You wouldn't think it, but it's just about the best area in Austin
Really?
because it's home to at least 8 different breweries. They've got Adelbert's, ABW, Oscar Blues, Fairweather Cider, Circle, Hop Squad, Fourth Tap, and Celis for now.
I'm assuming this is a derivative of the zip code.
Yes, it is the zip code. It's 78758. You could easily walk to each of these breweries in a day. Or maybe you can't. I don't know what your fitness level is. But you could find your limits in July, because from July 12th to July 14th is the 5-8 Brewery Tour. Just buy a brew pass and get your cool/useless tour bandana and join the Austin Chronicle and fellow craft beer lovers in tasting the 5-8.
You know what bananas are good for?
Not a goddamn
nothing.
thing.
Showing your gang affiliation.
I'm associated with the 5'8", motherfucker.
So this self-guided tour offers one complimentary pour at each of the 8 participating locations. These locations, again, are Fourth Tap, ABW, Adelbert, Celis for now, Circle, Fairweather Cider, Hop Squad, and Oscar Blues. For more information, find more information at austinchronicle.com/5-8-brew-tour, or just search 5-8 Brew Tour.
Friends of the podcast circle and Hop Squad.
How much are the tickets?
Oh, right now, early bird tickets are $25.
So I can pay $25 for a bandana that I can go and visit these breweries
and 8
at?
free pours.
And 8 free pours. That's pretty
Yes.
awesome.
That's like $3
Regular
and change
size
per
pour.
drink.
That's actually not terrible.
Math.
Hashtag
Walk for the flavor.
No. Hashtag 5-8
Walk
tour.
for the flavor.
Get
yes. Wow.
Wow,
You
y'all
gotta
missed.
redo that.
Did you say walk?
I wasn't looking.
Walk for the flavor?
Walk for the flavor?
Walk
Yeah.
for the flavor.
Yeah.
You're supposed to walk to each
Oh,
of the
walk.
breweries. Not W-O-K.
Oh, walk. My bad.
Walk.
Yeah.
Cutter went racist. Like he does.
As long as he's not spilling beer.
Already.
When did that happen?
Anyway.
What'd I say? Hashtag 5-8 tour, get drunk.
Hashtag drink responsibly.
Because is it not red line?
It's not
Accessible,
red line.
not red line.
No.
Oh, walkable.
Red line does not
But
run
it's
on
walkable.
Red line does not run on weekends anymore.
Yeah, I know. Fuck.
And they're not even running most
stupid.
of Austin until September, right?
Oh, I don't know. Did they shut down?
All of the downtown stations and pretty much making
Oh,
it
because
useless.
the downtown station is under construction.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Hashtag 5-8 tour, hashtag drunk walk.
There you go. Although you can't walk
Hashtag
to...
Ubers. Hashtag Lyft.
There you go. Hashtag Lyft. We're a Lyft
Lyft.
podcast here.
Yeah,
Are
we're,
we?
We're
Yeah,
a Lyft
we are.
podcast. Fuck Uber.
Hey, Cutter, have you ever heard of Lyft?
It's Uber good.
It's Uber. Yes. Yes.
I've already wrote a whole thing on that. Yeah.
What?
Then
Well,
you need to
gotta-
turn it into a commercial and do it as a commercial.
That's one of the lines. It's Uber good.
That is a
what it
great.
is.
Now we're recording.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have expected that from Ross. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's Uber
Lyft.
good.
It's uber good.
It's Uber good.
Time pending if they start using that. So this, you're saying it's like on the medium to full body. That's where they have it on this little gauge that's on there.
Yeah, on the can.
And I think, I think it's a really good amber. It's stronger than a lot of ambers that I've had. Usually my ambers that I've had are like watered down,
Like a beta.
like a Beta.
In
Dos
a
Equis.
negative context, because
so-
I guess watered down needs to be clarified these days.
I always think of Austin Amber, which
Yeah.
has a lot of flavor.
I'm not a fan of
It's
Austin Amber.
watered
me
down
neither.
too. Yeah.
It's like Independence's flagship, though.
I know. Well, not anymore. Native Texan has got to be their
It
flagship.
is.
Which Native
It's up
Texan,
there.
I really like Native Texan. My two favorite beers right now: Converter Kolsch, Native Texan.
That's good.
As
beer.
a native Texan, I approve.
I really don't like that. I feel quiet right now. It's all right.
It's the rain.
No, yeah.
You sound
it's the
level.
rain.
It's level.
Are you sure?
It is. He does, but he wants to be level. He wants to be
Purple rain.
a level right higher than everybody else.
I have to be higher than Cutter. That's my threshold. There's like
All right.
Cutter, and then there's me. That's kind of the way I
that-
see things.
Where's Cutter's laugh in that range?
Oh, his laugh goes up here.
Wait, so Cutter and then you?
No. This is me.
can't see that.
This is
Slap, 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 slap.
I don't know which of those hands is Cutter.
that would make Cutter the
Cutter's
power.
butt.
That would make Cutter the power bottom.
That's where all your power comes from, right?
The hips.
Cut strong hammies.
Anyway, so fourth
What
tap.
Leah said. But anyway,
I'm glad we spent most of the first two beers figuring out what an amber is.
Yeah.
and fixing all the problems that we've had with this podcast so far.
We've had a lot of problems.
I'm not
today.
sure you should bring up the problems because.
You should be pretty
Thanks to the
grateful.
magic of editing, there's no problems on this podcast so far.
If Cutter didn't show up, there would. I don't know.
Oh,
We would still be recording or be done by now. I don't know. Anyway,
it doesn't matter.
Little from column A.
not to bring it up,
Little
but
from column B.
The magic of
Cutter
Mustang
brought it
Sally.
so Fourth Tap is a small worker-owned brewery located in North Austin.
Oh, they're
Did you guys know that?
worker.
I did know that.
Well,
Is
you
that
read
the
it off
co-op?
the can. Yeah,
Co-op.
co-op.
Yeah.
Co-op.
I've been next to them quite a few times, mostly because my mom's speed shop is literally right next door.
Your mom's selling speed now?
Yep. She got a speed shop.
Damn, life is rough.
Really? 'Cause-
Retirement.
Yeah, she takes her Mustangs down there, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mustang
I'm-
Sally.
I am.
She hooks it up to the juice, gets some extra
She's
power.
juicing.
I don't
Anyway,
think OJ's involved in this.
He's
He's
on Twitter.
loose.
He's on Twitter now.
Twitter
He's
now.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's loose.
He's almost like 2 million.
OJ on the loose.
Apparently, he threatened people.
You're next.
Wait, he's already threatening people on Twitter?
Well,
Yeah,
he
he did.
said no. Well, he said like it's time for payback or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, we always find ourselves at Fourth Tap because Fourth Tap is open most days.
Which is a nice
And longer
thing for a
hours
brewery.
than all the
It
other
is.
places
It
I've been.
is. They don't really have longer hours. They're just open on days when other places aren't. They
They're over
usually,
there off metric.
yeah, they close around 10 on weekdays, I think. So not really late, but or 10 or 8. I can't
12
remember.
on weekends.
Yeah, I think so.
Saturdays?
So, but it's worker-owned co-op brewery, but unlike Black Star Co-op, which is a consumer-based co-op. So they got, when they were starting out, they got most of their funding from people wanting to go to the brewery, not people that are working at the brewery.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So a couple of Austin natives banded together with a few transplants from Houston, San Antonio, and Corpus Christi to build Fourth Tap Brewery in their old stomping grounds of North Central Austin.
You know what I just heard?
That
Not Dallas.
Yeah. So after 6 years of preparation, research, which basically is just drinking beers, and development, which was brewing beers, they finally opened their doors to the public in late 2015 with a focus on using inspired ingredients to make honest beer.
What's
I don't know.
inspired?
No, they're not really inspired.
Like
Anyway.
what's inspired about using malts, hops, and
Well, it's
yeast?
their other beers, I guess. They're non-core beers.
Orf has inspired.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, totally.
So
I don't want to hear inspired beers out of your mouth unless you're
Yeah.
doing stuff that's like Orf level.
not a lot of people up to that level. They designed their tap room with their community and neighborhood in mind. It's meant to be a gathering space for all and a home for them, which it is a pretty big tap room, and it's actually so big. Well, actually, I don't know if it's in the tap room or in their brewing space, but they have PWR, which is Party World Wrestling, every now and then.
Wait, they
Which
actually
is
do wrestling?
Austin based.
That's gotta be in there. That's gotta be in their brewing space.
Austin based wrestling. Yeah, they have enough room for a ring there. They also have other events there, though. But yeah. So it's the sort of warm community space that's exactly what John Steckler, Chris Hamji, and Mike Olfers had envisioned when they decided to found a brewery, sitting around a table at Uncle Billy's.
They were at Uncle Billy's and
They
they were
were.
like, let's do our own brewery.
Let's do something good.
Oh.
So Fourth Tap is Austin's first worker-owned brewing cooperative, which we talked about, and it was the fourth brewery to open in that part of town.
Is that why it's Fourth Tap?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I didn't put it together until I was reading that. I was like, God damn it, that makes sense.
You
and
said
it's
it
kind of
earlier. You
stupid.
said San Antonio, Houston, Corpus,
That's
and
why I
Austin.
thought it
so
was
I
just a
assumed that's
collaboration.
why it was Fourth Tap. But
Yeah.
No.
What?
That's what I thought too.
you
'Cause
know
they
that's how I
collaborated
count.
from-
You know that's how I count.
Yes. Without the 3. Anyway, so they were the fourth brewery to open in that part of town where there's also Austin Beer Works, Circle Brewing, Oscar Blues, Fairweather Cider, Adelbert's, and Celis.
And Hop Squad coming eventually.
Oh yeah, Hop Squad.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And Celis leaving, probably,
And-
eventually.
yes, probably. Which
They did.
I guess this is as good a time as any because I probably won't get to finish the rest of this anyway. But yeah, Celis leaving. I don't know. We don't know if they're leaving. I don't know what
I heard
they're
they
doing.
did actually.
They could just be downsizing if they don't declare bankruptcy.
They're
I heard
not.
they actually did.
They did declare bankruptcy?
I'd heard that. I don't actually know.
Did you hear it from me?
No.
Because I told you guys about it.
You did say
don't believe
but
it if Ross doesn't tell it to you.
Somebody asked me about it yesterday.
What?
So I think
Somebody was like, do we need to buy all the Celis we can? Which I would say no, because everything on the shelf right now is old Celis. They haven't been brewing.
They haven't been brewing?
No, because I think they just did a batch and then turned it over to their distributor. But anything on the shelf right now is like a month old or something.
That's still good.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's,
The Earl Grey from
older.
Blue Owl has got to be over a month old, though. They haven't brewed that?
It's sour, though.
You're sour.
Yeah, sours will keep. Sours will just get more sour.
Cutter, you sour bitch.
He bought a Gouza the other, 6 months ago?
2039. I think that's the Best Buy date.
Yeah. It's fucking fantastic. Like, fucking sours will do it.
It's crazy. Yeah, the Ode Brewing.
I thought you were laughing at my use of Cutter, you sour bitch.
Oh yeah,
it's disappointing that you.
That's coming up.
CYSB Day,
which we're gonna have to celebrate that day.
That's what I always say.
Or observe it the day before. I don't know.
What day is that?
July 27th.
July 27th is CYSB Day.
It was the first time anybody said. Well, I don't know about anybody, but any of us said CYSB.
Okay.
It's like, Cutter, you silly bitch.
But in this instance, it's
sour.
Cutter, you sour bitch.
We're gonna open up our sours. But Celis, what do you guys think? But what do you guys?
We'll see what happens with Celis.
Because their bank was scheduled to auction off everything, the equipment, and then the building the building at a later date, but the equipment on July 2nd.
Both on the 2nd.
Well, you're right. Then
on
the building.
site.
But then the other day, I read something saying that Christine Celis was going to file for bankruptcy to stop that from happening. But she had 3 days after to file for. Shouldn't she have already filed for bankruptcy?
Well, before? She could have been negotiating the whole time.
I guess that's true.
Trying to work it out with the bank.
But the building put that thing in the paper for I don't know how long ago, but I don't know what's going on. Their white is good. Their Waller Creek is amazing. Raspberry is good too.
Do you think they just overestimated how in demand they would be?
Well, they had an aggressive sales schedule. Is what I remember reading. Mm-hmm. It's like they were planning on being all right, 20% this year, 20% next year, 20% the year after that. They were
projecting a lot of growth every year, and that's what they needed to stay afloat.
But there's been a lot more saturation in that market.
Yeah, which I've read that as well.
We've talked about that.
You can't just it's got to be a variable growth. You can't just say, oh, we're going to do this much, and then we're going to do more this year, and then more again, because things change over time. Right. You can't just can't assume that's what you're going to do.
Is Circle not distributed by anybody?
Are they self-distributed or?
No. I just thought about that.
I haven't seen them anywhere else.
I want to say they're distributed by Brown, but I don't actually know.
That might be. Yeah.
A lot of the local guys are distributed by Brown.
Yeah.
This is how tough. But this is kind of how tough that market is. I know they make good beer at Circle. I don't have any of their beer in my fridge.
That's just a bitch.
That's just I'm
going to tell Ben.
Yeah, you should tell Ben.
Ben, I've got 2 6-packs of Doppelblur in my fridge right now.
I don't know. Every time I go to a party, I either have Independence, Austin Beer Works, or Circle, and it's probably in that order. And
they released their Kolsch just recently.
Independence?
It's usually the Austin Amber, but that's kind of the only thing I would see.
The native
and Hellas, we'd seen that recently.
The Native Texan is the best. Not the best beer. I don't know if the Cucumber Berliner Weiss is better than the Native Texan.
No, the Native Texan.
Do you have that in your fridge right now?
Really?
Native Texan is a staple.
I drank it all recently, so I need to.
Didn't you say you wanted to die with a Native Texan?
Oh man,
maybe not drinking it, but in your. fridge.
Technically, his wife is.
Let me say it this way: the Native, as far as a universal, easy drinking, wonderful beer to have in your fridge, Native Texan and Converter Kolsch are Like
those are two really good ones. Yeah,
I really need to be better about it, like always having those in my fridge because I could always go for one of those.
Long Gone Blonde.
Have I had that? That's Whitestone's
I think
blonde.
Yeah, there are very few
just don't
breweries.
remember it.
There are very few breweries where I find like most everything that they make is great. Whitestone is one of those breweries.
Whitestone is one of those breweries.
I should have, so I should have Whitestone. Well, Converted Kolsch would be my Whitestone beer that I should just feel like I should always have.
Yeah,
Native Texan is a beer I feel like I should always have. And then I feel like Circle makes good beer, but they do.
Their amber is really great. I like their amber. Myself.
Is that the Envy?
Yeah, that's the Envy. And then they have their Alibi Blonde, which is really great. Doppelblur. And their Blur, which is
know what? It may just be
singular.
that so none of those styles are styles that I'm just like I just would always
How long has it been since you've had a can of Blur?
A can of Blur.
Yeah.
Since we did the podcast there.
Brother, it's been too you didn't have a Blur there, did you?
I know exactly how long it's been.
Blur is a super crushable hef, man.
It's probably been
and you love hefts, right?
It's probably been since the
it's Big Bark, right? Big Bark. I love Big Bark.
There you go.
But it's not a style that I just would want to
always have. Okay.
Always.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint
Vienna style lagers?
Clint wants that easy drinking, like
light
lawnmower beer.
That is an easy drinking lawnmower beer.
Wait,
Vienna style lagers are not an easy drinking lawnmower.
I disagree.
I
think
they're too malty.
I think the Blur is even easier drinking because that's a Texas hef.
Really?
I don't.
So it's like a lighter hef. I think.
No.
Yeah. The Heisenberg.
Yeah. I mean,
but oh man, and Little Boss from Blue Owl.
Oh, beer. That is great.
Yeah. If I was diligent, I think my fridge would always have.
It's expanding.
Converter Kolsch.
I don't think you have to be diligent. Well,
I
if
just
your
don't buy.
If your local grocery store doesn't carry it, I guess you would have to. Be
and they don't, right?
If only you had a guy that worked at a liquor store.
I know. But
if you were responsible enough to bring you beer,
but Native Texan. Mm-hmm. Converter Kolsch, Cucumber Berliner Weiss, and
that's not year round.
Little Boss. So I think those four easily are like beers. I feel like I could drink any day of the week. Yeah. Like anytime I'm like, man, I want a beer. Cutter, have you already done 3 of these?
Well, I drank 2.5.
You spilled it. Yeah.
Wow, you get half the spill?
I spilled half a beer. Yeah, I'm really upset about it.
I don't remember that.
We're drinking Can You Dig It by Fourth Tap right now.
Yeah.
You guys are drinking
just to remind the audience.
It has been a while since we've talked about the Can You Dig It.
Yeah.
So we talked about Fourth Tap.
Yeah, we talked about them a little bit. I have a lot more about Fourth Tap. Well, not forever because nobody would let me just read it.
Nobody ever lets you just read it, Ross.
Hey, fuck you, Clint.
Anyway,
fuck you, Cutter.
I've got a little bit about the Can You Dig It. So they released it on April 6th of last year, April 6th of 2018.
Okay.
They had a big can release that day at the brewery with the artist, which if you've seen them in the past, they've changed their logo recently. And their cans now feature art from Rory Blank Comics, which he has comics on the internet, and they're all really awful.
Oh, really?
And
in terms of subject matter or art?
Yeah, subject matter. The art, it just looks like Adventure Time, which I'm cool with, but he's just copying Adventure Time. So
I thought it was that guy from Rick and Morty. He was kind of annoying, but he was really popular character. I'm trying to think what his name was.
Rick.
Yeah.
On the can?
Yeah.
I guess so. He's blue.
Blue, yeah.
But he looks more like
away from you.
Marceline's boyfriend.
Ash gets hungies at 8 o'clock.
But yeah. So that's when they released it. Yeah. 6%, 25 IBUs for anybody still paying attention. Blend of German, American, British, and Belgian malts. That's quite a bit of malts.
That's quite a blend.
Yeah. Hey, Cutter.
What's going on, Ross?
What do you think of the new logo?
Of the Fourth Tap logo?
Yeah.
That's their new logo?
Yeah, that's their new logo.
Which their old logo was, I think, a pint.
Pyramid
in
or something,
between.
right?
Yeah, it had an upside-down triangle. It had just regular typeface, an upside-down triangle with a pint in the middle. It still had the circle and the lines.
Yeah. It had like diamonds and stuff on.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hate the new logo.
No, I kind of like it.
I prefer the old logo though, personally.
I don't like the new logo.
It's a little demonic.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think
is there a story behind it or anything?
I don't know. They just decided to switch it over. They started using this new artist.
Yeah, they give it a shout out when they can.
I hear he does.
Do they?
Jesus Christ!
I hear he does really bad.
We're
comics.
hearing all of that. Oh yeah, it's signed.
Is it Rory Blank Drew? Rory Blank Drew.
Rory is a jerk.
Oh no, Rory Blank drew a thing.
Yeah.
Kingofblood.com.
Oh, is that? It just says Rory Blank Comics on there. Whatever this is.
Yeah.
He does bad comics, but whatever.
Bad, like terrible comics?
They're not funny at all. They're supposed to be funny. They're not funny.
Not even for you.
So they're terrible, yes.
Well, I don't know. Tony would be a range of that.
You could.
It's between Tony and Ross. Tony's here. Ross is here.
I don't know.
Oh, left to right.
No.
Tony, then Ross.
Different styles of humor.
Well,
I can appreciate both.
Tony didn't appreciate The Secret Life of Pets either.
2 or the first one?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Kind of like the...
I don't know. Look,
It almost sucked as much as the Ryan Johnson Star Wars movie.
Which one?
Speaking...
the Ryan Johnson Star Wars movie.
Not his trilogy?
He's only made one?
He hasn't made the trilogy yet.
That we know of.
And they need to shut that shit down.
Yeah. So, but we were...
Fuck you, Ryan Johnson.
It was episode 7, sitting in the theater, and I was sitting next to Tony, and then Secret Life of Pets trailer came on, and everybody was just cracking up, and Tony just looked at me and he was like, I don't think we're their demographic for this.
Wait, how long ago was this?
Because both he and I, episode 7 was in theaters.
2 years ago?
We were episode 7.
Episode 7.
So...
That's
Star Wars Episode 7.
Yes.
That's...
I'm sorry, but that sounds like it's totally up Tony's
The
alley.
Force Awakens. Thank you.
Yes, Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. For those who don't know what
that
Episode 7 is.
If you're listening to this podcast and you don't understand...
There's people I know who listen to this podcast who probably don't know what you mean.
You know people that listen to this podcast?
I do know people who listen to this podcast.
Thanks, Michelle. Chance will tell you about it.
She doesn't listen to this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Chance will tell you about it.
Okay.
And then Ryan Johnson's was episode 8, The Last Jedi, for those not aware.
We should start saying, like, call him out when you see him in the streets. We're going to put a poster.
Yeah, if you see him in the streets,
just tell him, fuck you.
He won't buy you a beer like Cutter will, but...
No, he's not that kind of person. He's not.
No.
Why are all these
Give video proof of you telling Ryan Johnson, fuck you?
Hey,
I'll buy you a beer.
I'll buy you a beer.
All of us
All
will
of us
buy
will
you
buy you
beers.
beer.
Never mind. Clint will buy you a beer.
We'll buy you a 6-pack.
I'll buy you a growler or something.
Yeah, seriously.
6-pack. Yeah, I was going to go 6-pack, but growler's more special.
I'd love to see that on Instagram, just like a video or a story of him.
I'll
being
buy
told,
you a
fuck you. Like, why
growler.
do people tell that fuck me?
I'll buy you a growler, including the growler.
What hashtag should we throw on that?
Hashtag fuck you, Ryan Johnson.
Yes.
I think that's too easy. 3 beers in.
3 beers in versus Ryan Johnson.
That way we can distinguish which one's...
Yeah, that's already out there.
Hashtag 3 beers in versus Ryan Johnson.
3BIV Hard J.
Yeah, that'll be easier to fit on Twitter. All right, that's my third. So...
Sorry to make you power it down.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's a little rough to power down.
It's really not.
I think so.
The body wise of it.
I find okay. So overly hoppy beers, I find hard to drink through.
How many have you had though?
Malty beers, I also find hard to drink through. Like
no, I can understand.
So Clint's like, the more beer flavored it is, the harder it is to drink.
So if it were
if it doesn't have a clean finish, is what I'm saying.
No, yeah,
like,
yeah.
If there's not like a real nice crisp, clean
but
finish,
if you're chugging it, you don't ever get a finish. So.
What about when you're shotgunning it?
Oh,
I thought that's what he's talking about.
That native Texan is good to shotgun.
It is. Drink it on the river.
Did we
drink it at Independence off the line.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we shotgun that one.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, Cutter. Should have been there.
Should have been there.
Should have been there.
Did you shotgun beers the dwarf? No, you didn't.
Sorry, I had to go to my grandpa's funeral.
They could have kept him on ice. I don't know. I don't understand what the big deal is. He will keep people.
Oh my gosh.
You guys don't understand.
Kansas not
you
have
guys
ice?
don't understand.
Is he gonna get any more?
Wow. Wow.
That's a bit over the edge, but we're gonna keep it in.
That's what she said.
Bouncing off the ropes. Anyway.
Kind of weird.
Ross, so 3 beers in.
Pushing rope. Yeah.
Cutter's always pushing rope. Believe me.
Believe you?
That wasn't a good enough one.
There we go. We're having problems high-fiving tonight.
I'm having all kinds of problems over here on this side of the table.
Left-handed. I don't know.
Especially pushing the rope.
Are we talking about licorice?
Believe
he's pushing licorice over
that black licorice rope. Anyway. Oh, yeah, that's my third. And
based on the binary scale that we like to use here.
it's still a 1. I'm not really a fan of Fourth Tap's beers in and of themselves. We always end up there because it's open. And a lot of places just aren't in the area. It's like, I don't know. There's weird hours.
Let's just be honest. It's our least favorite brewery in the area.
It's not my least favorite brewery.
Really?
Because the place is pretty cool.
In the area? In the 5-8?
Yeah, no, the place is pretty cool.
What's your least favorite brewery in 5-8 then?
Anyway, the place is pretty cool. Last 4th of July, they had Jurassic Park on their projector.
Jurassic Park? One? Original?
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
Good on you, Fourth Tap.
And then I think they played episode 7 after that. So, which I like episode 7. So I don't know what you get, whatever.
I think we all just need to realize that
it's still good.
That
it's a rehash, but I don't care.
Was
it's
not
good.
that great.
I liked it.
The
end.
No. How do you? All right.
Finn with the lightsaber.
Finish your beer.
And then he.
And then you can start talking.
I can talk about Star Wars whenever the fuck I want, Cutter.
Wait, are you 3 Star Wars in?
No, I'm way past 3 Star Wars in, buddy.
How about you let Ross finish his analysis?
No, hold on, because he started talking about Star Wars. That's why.
All right, I'll stop talking about Star Wars.
All right.
So it's a cool place. It's usually quiet unless they have like something going on that weekend.
Like people?
Yeah. There's not usually a whole bunch of people there unless they have like a
wrestling.
Wrestling.
It's WRASS.
No, it's R.
No, it's
just R.
That's why it's wrestling.
Wrestling.
It's
because wrestling has the W.
It's PWR. Oh, but Rory Blank is one of the wrestlers. Because they started this journey together, I think. Because their space was so big, they started out brewing, and then the wrestling was right there. So they were like, "Hey, let's do this." From when they opened, they've had this just connection to the wrestling.
Okay, I just was gonna say I just came up with a brilliant new idea. PBR, Power Bottom Wrestling. You're trying to be the one underneath, so you're fighting to be
because that's where the power comes from.
That's called MMA. That's all they do. They just try to put each other in like holes and stuff.
But you're trying to be the one on the bottom.
You're trying to be the one on the bottom.
Yeah, I get it. I can dig it. Anyway,
can you dig it?
Not physically. I don't know. I can understand it, but no, it's a cool place. Usually pretty quiet. Sometimes they have something special on tap, but if not, their +2 vitality is usually what I go for. I don't know if I've ever had the Can You Dig It there. We've been there so many times.
I've had it before.
Yeah, most of their beers are just like.
How can you properly judge a brewery if you haven't had their amber?
Take that up with Tony. I don't know. But I've had their Highland Scoundrel, which the first time I had it was pretty good, which is their Wee Heavy.
You do have consistency issues with tap, it seems like.
I don't know if they have consistency issues. It's just their beers generally aren't
Tastes
great.
Better when you're already drunk.
That is definitely true.
That should be their slogan.
So if you want to go to Fourth Tap, hang out at Fairweather for a little while first, and then just walk across.
You didn't really like Fairweather.
Oh no, Fairweather.
Oh, Fairweather. No,
Fairweather's great.
Who am I thinking of?
Pop Squad.
No.
Celis.
No.
Delberts.
Flying Man. Thank you.
Wow, that's
Man
one
is
of the
okay.
5'8".
It's close by.
It's not 5'8". All right.
Adjacent.
Anyway.
It's adjacent.
Anyway, but the Can You Dig It, for me, still a 1.
Yeah.
It's got that malty sweetness. It's got a little bit of something in there that I'm not quite keen on, so it's not my favorite amber. And the aroma, not really on point, but still a 1.
So ambers in general, I do not like as a style. I just don't like ambers. In terms of that, like that considered, I mean, I guess they're not IPAs, right? I don't hate them like I do IPAs, but the amber style is just, I don't know. It's not as abrasive as IPAs, but there's always like this kind of lingering finish to the amber style.
It's one of those more diverse styles, though, so they're all over the place.
But they all kind of have this same characteristic that I pick up on, and I just don't appreciate
hoppiness.
Bitterness. It's the hoppiness plus the way the malts and hops play together in this
beer. On the can doesn't make it true.
Yeah, in ambers, I just don't appreciate it. It's not my style of beer.
I could see that.
I like cleaner finishes, right? So
what do you mean by clean?
Clean, as in like you drink
soapy.
it and it doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't
like an IPA, like a soapy IPA.
It doesn't like just linger in your mouth, right? When I'm talking about a clean finish, I'm like, you drink the beer, you taste what's there.
I would say it's more crisp.
Fuck you, Cutter. I don't know. What? Yeah, clean, crisp. They go together. Like, what's the difference?
Does it end on a high note? Does it end on a high note, or is it just sessionable, where you can just like chug them?
That is two different. What are you
exactly? That's why I'm like, what are you saying?
High. What does it end on a high note? Means like you drink it and like you're like, man, that was really good. Let me drink it again.
That's where I think it's crisp. But I think sessionable is what you were trying to say.
Sessionable is low ABV. Like that's something that you can sit and just drink all day because like
under 5 is under 5% is technically sessionable.
But I feel like that's what Clint's
for me. It's under 4, but
no, his is a flavor, like sip after
flavor.
sip.
Like when you drink the beer, you taste the beer, but when you stop, like when you've taken that sip and you're done, and you're kind of in between sips, it's not just like lingering on your mouth, right? That's what I think of as a clean finish beer. You've taken your sip, and then that's it. Ambers have a lingering thing. IPAs have a lingering thing where like the flavor just kind of is still present in your mouth, right?
You want the beer to be done when it's done.
Yes.
Right. I disagree, but go ahead.
I want it to be done when it's done. But Can You Dig It? I don't know. It seems like a fine amber. Like I said earlier, I think it's better than Abita's. I think it's good quality amber. I don't know why Ross dislikes Fourth Tap's beers. I haven't had much from them. If you're Tony Brown and you judge a brewery by its amber, this should be a quality brewery, is kind of what I'm saying.
Have we ever seen Tony at Fourth Tap?
Yes.
He's been at Fourth Tap?
Yes.
I know he loves Austin Beer Works.
I haven't ever been there.
I'm not a big fan of Austin Beer Works myself.
It's a 1. It's fine. You can drink this. I probably wouldn't want to do 3 of these again. Like, I could drink 1, but I would want something else afterwards.
Yeah. Their +2 vitality is pretty solid. Right, Cutter?
Do they do sports ball, or is that...
No, that's awesome. That's Friends and Allies.
Are they like +2 vitality, -1 wisdom, or something like that?
-4 charisma.
Oh, charisma. Okay, all right. Fair enough.
That's a good way to explain Fourth Tap.
But it increases exponentially.
I gotcha. All right, fair enough.
Yep.
So is that everybody?
No, Cutter hasn't done his review.
Cutter has been chopped.
You still haven't given it a 1 or a 0.
I said a second ago it was a 1.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You still haven't given it a 1 or a 0.
I like want to throw this can at him is kind of where I'm at. Oh, Joel just finished. Joel, give your review.
Yeah, as a person who's drank 3 of them.
As people who have drank 3 full beers, let us speak first.
Those who are big fans of our podcast will know that I do this a lot, but I feel like
here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
You lie.
This is what a beer should taste like.
This is what an amber should taste like.
Oh, at least you said amber this time and not beer.
Okay.
I've had ambers. They're usually watered down. Sometimes they're like a brown concealed as an amber. But this is really good. And I'm not a big Fourth Tap fan. I don't. Yeah. It's my least favorite brewery in the 5.8.
I don't know why we don't go to Oscar Blues more. Really. Well, probably because they're not Austin.
Yeah. I like them. I like them. It's hip.
They brew there.
Hip. Hippy dippy.
Wait.
Hippy dippy.
Is that why? Hip?
I'm hip. Yeah. I'm cool.
But I really like this as an amber. I think it's, 1, to style. 2, it's one of the stronger ambers they've had. Usually they're watered down. They're not. It's an afterthought for the brewery. And I really like this. And we drink 3. Some of us drink 3.
Some of us only drink maybe 2.5 at best.
I liked it a lot. I give it a 1. I think it was great. I think they nailed all the stuff on the can as far as like medium body. There's some hoppiness to it, but it's not a lot.
Easy there, Cutter.
It's enough not to offend Clint.
Yeah.
And then the balance. It's about maybe a little bit higher on the balance would be fine, but I think it was great. It's a 1.
Hey, Cutter, as someone who drank 2.5 beers, how do you feel about this beer?
It's good.
Okay.
And podcasts.
I've only had 2 beers from them. I've had the +2 Vitality, which is their blonde, it's a pretty solid blonde.
Yeah.
Shower beer. It was my last shower beer.
Oh, okay.
But can you dig it? I'd give it a solid 1. It's got that maltiness.
Oh, this is the other. So this is the second beer you've had from them?
Yeah, this is the second beer I've had. But so malty, delicious. Mm-hmm. Slight bit of hot bitterness.
Yes.
Slight bit.
Yeah.
Lingering flavor in
it's
your mouth.
It's a better amber ale than I've had from a lot of them. And so I know I keep on just waffling on the whole Abita scale.
Oh, yeah.
Is it better than the Red Horn?
Waffle like...
I haven't had Red Horn's amber.
We did have it.
I had something for this.
At Driscoll? Wasn't that what it was?
No, it was a lager. No.
Oh, the red.
No, big difference. There's a big difference.
Big difference.
Right.
But I like it. 1. I give it a 1.
I give it a 1. Yeah, solid 1. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we already got that.
Sorry.
Were you giving your review on topic?
Hey, Tony, what do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not here.
French people are amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, I need to Bing that later.
All right.
Hey, Bing, are French people amazing?
Here's this map of Peru.
Here's this map of
Oh, Bill. Bill at Bing.
Oh, Bill at Bing.
Always with your jokes, Bill. All right.
So, I guess that's it. Thanks, everybody, for joining us on this Fourth Tap journey. I don't know. It's not really a journey. We just had 1 beer from them.
I would say it's a journey.
Sure.
It's always a journey when you're
One's all around
with Cutter.
Yeah.
One's all around.
We built a moat?
South side.
Yeah, right?
South Detroit.
Traveled in a boat.
That's South Detroit, man.
Midnight train going anywhere. Anyway,
have you ever been to South Detroit? It's pretty awesome.
But there's no copper in the walls in any of the houses.
It's a lake.
Oh, it's okay. Anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. Find us where you get your podcast, where you got this podcast, of course. Check out our Patreon. Give us some reviews.
Please review us. Star it.
This guy was about to say, Joel.
Say some words.
He's here.
Yeah, Joel is here. Yeah, give us 5 stars. Write us a review. Don't care what it is. Fourth Tap rules.
Give us 1
fuck
star.
Cutter.
We don't give a fuck.
No, the stars count. Give us 5 stars.
We need the stars.
When people search for our podcast.
Oh, really? Our rank on the stars matters?
Yeah, which we are.
The number of reviews also helps. It doesn't matter.
The number of reviews, yes. And the new reviews counts.
You don't even have to leave comments. You can just give us 5 stars.
They have
algorithms.
They have I was going to say they have a funky algorithm. There you go.
Yeah.
Cut me off, Cutter. Fuck you, Cutter.
Yeah, fuck you, Cutter.
But as for everybody else, don't not fuck you listeners. Anyway. I don't know.
Or if you're into that sort of thing.
Wait.
If you're into that, DM, you can. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, anyway. If you want to slip into Ross's DMs, just do it. He's down.
It's a podcast DM.
Just don't be a Russian bot. He's onto you.
Yeah. We get plenty of those.
I think there's a Patreon level for fuck you.
You can try to slip into Joel's DMs, but I'm not sure how he'll respond.
It might be a day or two late.
He's onto that. Anyway, unless you're Rachel Bilson, he's probably not. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks Rachel Bilson for coming out. No, she didn't come.
She's a single mom now.
Until next time, Rebel Wilson.
Oh god, yeah. Woo. Anyway, yeah. Thanks again for everybody. I don't know how many times I've said that, but again, we can't say that enough. So. This has been Ross.
This is Cutter.
This is Clint.
Joel's there. And this has been the podcast.
This is the podcast.
Thanks for sticking around. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Spotify, BigHeadsMedia.com, or anywhere there are podcasts. If you like what you heard, rate and review us on iTunes. Check out our Patreon. Find it at patreon.com/3beersinpodcast. Check out all of our awards. You can give as little as $1 a month to help us keep doing what we're doing. It really helps out and we'll give you a thank you on the show. Or for a little more, you can remain anonymous. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 3beersinpodcast. Check out our website, 3beersinpodcast.com. You can find information about us in the show along with the links to all of our episodes and our really cool merchandise. While you're on our site, you can tell us what you like, what you don't like. If you don't like us, then why the hell are you still here? You should have turned us off long ago. But if you're just going to listen to us anyway, you should probably subscribe too. And if you would like a transcript of our podcast, write down everything that we just said.
Go, you judge a brewery by their amber, because I'm Tony Brown.
This is Brew Crime, a craft beer and true crime podcast.
I'm Mike.
I'm Beck.
And I'm Nina.
And we're your hosts.
We pair a true crime story with a craft beer.
That Nina will probably hate.
Yeah, probably.
Whatever. You can find our show on all your favorite podcast apps, and if you can't find it, contact us, and we'll try and change that.
We can be found at brewcrime.com or on Twitter at brewcrime, on Facebook at brewcrime, or if you want to go to our group, it's group/brewcrime on Facebook, or on Instagram at Pacific Beer Chat.
Join us as we discuss the horrible crimes that surround us and try not to giggle.